apostles and the elders of the great millstone, who teach 100% truth of the Holy Scriptures.
You don't know them all, but you probably, hopefully, you're teaching truth of what you do know.
And byways, you hold for elect. Shalawam.
Shalawam. Peace and blessings.
Yeah, man. This is gonna be super quick. You know, I'm at the plantation, and it's just one of those days where, you know, you just really don't want to be here, which is every day, but some days are just stronger than others.
Sounds like modern day slavery to me, the Immortal Technique song.
You feel the wicked vibrations, you know, demons trying to mess with you.
If you have demons, it's because of unrepentant sin and unhealed trauma. I used to have loads, but they're all gone now. They still attack me, but I can overcome by the power of the Most High.
Is lunchtime, like, man, I can't wait for lunchtime. Or, man, I can't wait till the end of the day so I can go home. And, you know, I was just thinking, like, that's crazy. Like, that's how you know that you're in the curses.
Deuteronomy 28. Yeah, so it's island. We got a double portion because the tribe of Dan was the first to go into idolatry, and we went the furthest.
You have particular problems at home, and then all you're thinking about is, man, I just got to get out of the house. I got to get out of here.
Well, there's CIA gang stalking coming, so that you won't have that option for much longer if you don't turn to God. Even then, we still have to go through trials and tribulations, like he knows, like we all know. Apart from these lukewarm Christians that think they're going on the rapture. No, not for you. You've had your chance. I've been testifying to you for nearly a year. Not him. Lukewarm Christians, mostly Gentiles, mostly white.
In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were evening.
Yeah, I've been there. I'm not like that anymore, thank God.
For the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine heart, thine eyes.
They've got remote control things that can give you a heart attack now. The people speaking out about it, a lot of them have died of heart attacks. Like suspicious.
With the true Hebrew Israelites, you know, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
And Irish. That's another one of our trials and tribulations. We've been blackwashed. Like Messiah got whitewashed. He's not a white man, that's Caesar Bourgeois. Look him up. He's a Roman poisoner's son. He can't help you. Unless you're a sadist and you like pain, then he'll help you.
Which kind of goes into a little bit more of a... It's kind of spiritual and psychological.
Yeah. And then they've got spiritual COINTELPRO. You know, the physical COINTELPRO to do with the FBI or the CIA in America. Immortal Technique, he really needs to listen to. He says MF and a lot of other swears, but he's with God, so don't judge him. I'm with God, I proved it, don't judge me for smoking. Red Elk smokes, he's in heaven, no doubt about it. Yeah, they've got, they split the Black Panthers into the Bloods and the Crips, you know, the gangs, the Blues and the Reds, or vice versa. There's a spiritual COINTELPRO trying to divide me and my black brothers. And like he said, Native Americans, tribe of Gad, and Hispanics. What about the Nungas? That's what the Native Australians call themselves, tribe of Reuben. Anxiety, yeah. I've also had paranoid schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, which is schizophrenia and bipolar.
I just want to go home, or I got to get out of here. And you don't even know.
A shaman, a Tiawana, Father, help us, do you hear us?
It's just like you're stuck.
Wake this man up higher. Show him I'm who I say I am. I have all the evidence you've given me.
Just like, you know, I was thinking earlier, and with me, it's more of a psychological, like doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, it's so boring, the monotony.
And it just kind of, it drives you crazy.
It does drive you crazy.
Especially if you know this truth, and you know what these scriptures are all about.
Okay, you know how I keep saying to everyone, in the book of Revelations, my tribe, Dan, which is Ireland, home of my father, Scotland, my mother's people, Wales, been there on holiday, very nice. It could also be Denmark, like Denmark. It could even be Sudan, couldn't it? Sudan. Only God knows everything. Anyway, we're going through double tribulations with the first... Oh yeah, that's been wiped out of the book of Dan. My father's promise still stands. I'm still here. I'm still putting the work in. Nothing can stop me. I had a Ruwach from Gavin of Christ Church, the American branch, tried to assassinate me spiritually, sent an army of demons Just because he's black and a man, he thinks he's King Solomon with his hummy and gin, you understand? Like Immortal Techniques as a song, what are they digging? The magic books from the bottom of Al-Kalaska Mosque, and some of the women, Muslim women, were protesting it on the news a long time ago. Yeah, so I'm still here. The promise was that in this time, the tribe of Dan, to get through their due punishment, that's why I chose them. It's also a warning for you, USA, because you're due a double portion of judgment for how you've treated the Hebrew Israelites, tribe of Judah, African American slaves, my tribe, Dan, and many of us were in slavery, not just indentured servitude, but that's bad enough. Haiti, tribe of Levi, we really need the Levi priesthood to wake up. I thought I had one, but he hasn't answered my comments again that I've answered him with on YouTube. And of course, Benjamin from Jamaica and the West Indies. Yeah. And then, like he says, Hispanic, I know, Mexico, Puerto Rico. I don't know about Peru, where Immortal Techniques from. He's half tribe of Judah. Yeah. So we're here as a warning. There's a thing called Morgellons. It's in everyone and everything. The Native Americans, tribe of Gad, they know it as the time of great purification. If you're good, it will bless you. It will rise up your own Kundalini. That is the good serpent. Remember, in the book of Genesis, Satan took the form of a serpent. He's not a serpent per se. You understand what I'm saying? It's very clear. But because I'm white and a woman, you might not. Is that better? Can you get me now? Do that make sense now? My cat was here. I put him on the camera. He's gorgeous. He's black and he's male, black and white. But, you know, he's been missing since about 8 o'clock last night. He could be hiding in the house somewhere. He was vomiting. A lot of my friends, especially in African nations, are sick off this Morgellons. I'm trying to start my face group when I have time, where we can all pull our natural healing, you know. Yeah, it's tagged by NASA. And you go to above top secret site, Brother Ephraim, and put in Morgellons, NASA, Ark of the Covenant. You'll see what the first fruits of the 144,000 you'll be able to do, super soldiers. I'm not sure if that's Satan's version and we've overtaken it. You can see I'm not working for Satan. Like I heard in a hip-hop song, probably got kicked out of hell because I went bow down to Satan. I bow down to Yeshua HaMashiach, obviously, and Satan, like you do. So yeah, and then if you check out End Time Prophet 144K, I'm gonna take off GOCC on my you know, when you have your subscriptions on your page, and I'm gonna put her. I've just had confirmation from someone called Line of Judah, not the Line of Judah. Well, it could be. It could be here in Chester now, but I don't think so. A very nice brethren. My name is Line of Judah. He also had a dream that he's connected with the Hopi prophecy. He or she has been very sick with Morgellons over 10 years, same as me. I'm a lot better now. That's my sores. They're mostly healing up. I've got a few on my arms. I asked permission if I can show you top of my arms later. That's my head. It's also to do with it's got data chips. That's to do with the mark of the beast. Sun, the prophet, she's from Kenya. She says that the mark where you can't buy or sell will come. I'm here to prove that our Creator will provide for His children, and that's going to be using the Morgellons, NASA, Ark of the Covenant. You can also see my one of my prophecies. They've got something called CIA Voice to Skull. Brother, if you're still with me, Ephraim, it's like a kind of synthetic schizophrenia where they put voices into your head. They first started in the prison military industrial complex in America. Another thing, my arms are burning. It's called dew. It's not the nice dew that's on the ground, sort of Mother Nature. Direct energy weapons. I'm going to leave it at that. Oh yeah, and some of the blacks have sold out us. So they hate white people, they hate women. Check it out, man. First of all, there's matriarchal societies. A lot of them, like Noble Jurali Muslims, ones like that, remember this. Then now we have the male patriarchs, you know, Abraham, the father. You know, we call upon the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. I've seen some Muslims being told to do that when they start realising the Quran tells a lot of lies. But Allah, A-L-A, is a name in Ethiopian for Father God. So you keep using the name. I use it sometimes. Lovely name. Isa died for you, died on the cross for you. That's utter lies what's in the Quran about that he did not and someone took his place. If you can agree on that, you know, then we've got those two to get together on. So what I'm saying is for the rainbow people, the new tribe, to come together, all the ancients know of this, to pull the knowledge. The first thing I'm going to do is start a page on Morgellons on Facebook for natural healing. The people that have got a lot of sores, if you want to see a taste of what our enemies are, Anna, you'll get, type in Morgellons, sores, or wounds or whatever, and images. That's just a taste of what our enemy is going to get. So please don't judge them, because I don't know neither, and you can see I know a lot more than you. This isn't to you, Ephraim, this is a general video as well as it to you, especially brother, you know, because I can see you're really in a lot of pain. You touch my Libby, my heart, same as you have our fathers, and your Shiras, of course, that's coming. They could be the tribe of Job. Remember the book of Job, that he had a lot of affliction, including sores, and his brethren, his friends judged him and said, come on, Job, because it says in the Bible, the curse does not come without a cause. And that was one thing I'd done that God really loved, that I said, God, I must have done something wrong, or an ancestral curse, you know, generational curse, and that. And it's also to go through death, you understand, like Psalms 23, as I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I'll fear no evil, for thou art with me. So you're going to get the demons coming against you. It's a bit like the Tibetan Book of the Dead, but don't call on these demigods. When I read that and I was going through it, I was calling on Yeshua 20 all the time, and he hears you, you know. It says in the Bible, which like I said has been twisted, my people down have been taken out, that we're here. My father's promise in the Bible, when something's really important, it said twice, so I hope this isn't wasting anyone's time. My father promised that at this time, the tribe of Dan, Celtic people, we would rise up, and we would bring his righteous justice and judgment. Lukewarm Christians, you've had your turn. I've been testifying to you for nearly a year now. All you do is call me a liar, call me a witch, because my cat's telepathic. To King Solomon, not talk to the ants and to the birds. And what about Adam naming all the animals? To give someone a name, like to Kinto's parents in the book Roots and the film and the TV show, you have to like commune with them, and it's important giving a name. So there you go, and all the elders know that we were all telepathic once with the animals, as it was in the end, so shall it be in the beginning. I can't remember what I'm saying, the tribulation thing. Yeah, so I'm in hidden tribulation, the same in the African countries and the Middle East and that. They've been going through tribulations, South and Central America. You know, just because it hasn't happened at home, like Mortal Technique says, the hood in Africa makes America look like paradise. At the same time, what about all this unarmed shooting of innocent black men? Those police, it's demonics causing fear and some kind of remote control, because I saw one and like, oh my God, he's going to hurt us, shoot him. And he wasn't wearing like gang clothes or anything like that, just a normal, nice looking, like decent or whatever you call it, black man. And yet they perceived him as a threat. We can't see each other. If you're a real nigger, you'll see me. If you're offended by my use of the N-word, my first witness I call Elvis Costello. His song Oliver's Army. It's about Oliver Cromwell when he comes to Ireland and near enough destroyed by people. And that was because we let the Catholic Church overcome us. You shouldn't even me to tell you, Pope Francis is the false prophet. Nonsense little children is wrong, you know. And we don't have to be celibate. I'm a priest, king, and a prophet. I'm waiting patiently for my kingship, or queenship. I just don't like saying that because. And then they start saying, oh, are you a goddess? Because I kind of am becoming a little god again, who I used to be before I come to this planet. But let me tell you, I was born as a normal child. It's like the New Age workers, they have a thing called a soul walking, where your higher self comes in. I don't know about that. I know I've got a soul in the Persian Hebrew. All I know is that I grew up as human. I've gone through all my trials as human. And now I'm becoming something else. But goddess kind of gives a idea of worship, because like the sister that were in that went astray, you understand? So I just prefer to say God, because he's the God of little gods. If you're a proper little god like me, or becoming yourself again, you worship the one who created you, that created these humans here that we've lived among. We're not these fallen angels that come here to rape women or rape men or whatever. If you're a small technique, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm not like that. No. You understand? We're here to help you. I didn't know none of this. It was about 12 years ago. Suddenly in my Libby heart, I just suddenly knew Jesus is true. He said to me, because I didn't know his real Hebrew names, he said, I'm Jesus, I'm here to get you off heroin and methadone. I felt love in my heart, my chakras opened. That's also the 7 seals. I'm a type of Joseph, I think you see me now. Another thing, that his multi-coloured coat, that's the 7 chakras opening, you understand? Yeah, so the Hopi Native Americans have a prophecy a true white brother would come. Obviously we have Caesar Bourgeois. That's who you're calling on, Crystal, I love Jesus, and all you silly little girls. You're calling on a poisonous son. He's got no power to help you unless you like being gang raped by demons or whatever. You can go where I've been in the hell realms. I'd repent on your knees and for the things I've told you that you should have listened to. before, because there's no way you're going on the rapture. Even the Hebrew Israelites, and where he's first chosen, have to go through the death throes of Morganans. From death comes life, like the Quran says. So Red Elk, who's now in heaven, I'm not a necromancer, so I didn't raise him from the dead. I have had a few words with him, because it's like this. We're coming up to the fourth dimension, so the gateways between heaven and hell, and not so much hell, but are coming down. We can start communicating. If you're a priest, maybe you'll be given the privilege. Do not try it yourself. That's called necromancy. It's a type of witchcraft. There's stone warnings about that, even in this twisted Bible. Check out the lost books that are coming to light now. Like Shai said, there's nothing hidden that won't be brought to light. The Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm more of a Gnostic, pre-Constantine Christian. We're the real church, most authentic. So I'm just looking for anyone that wants to unite and bring peace, love, truth, freedom, justice, and racism, imperialism, colonialism, capitalism, all the isms and schisms, and like you say, bruv, psychological issues, trust issues, that's a good song. Okay, if you don't, oh yeah, Red Elk says I'm coming as a sister. Hopefully, or if it's not, it soon will be. It's going to be like a group inheritance, because it's a bit much for one person to bear. What I'm going on is the Torah, which is living. Some of you Hebrew Israelites think the Torah should just stay stagnant. Did not Moses ask the Most High, early on, when those women, our sisters, ancestors, they had no brothers, and they said, but we're going to lose our land. Moses, go and ask Ahia, the great I am. And Ahia said, yeah, tell them they can inherit, but they've got to marry within the tribe. You understand? So I've come as a girl, because if I come as that white, true white brother, everyone, all the Hebrew Israelites would be suspicious, and then the ones that sold us out, that they knew that I was coming. You understand? We've all been sold out. Some people want to keep the plantation, the modern day slavery game getting worse. As for me, I don't want white power with black face. I'm more like black power with a white face, just like Moses, Black Moses, when he pulled his hand out of his bosom and it was white, white like leprosy but without disease. Just like Miriam, she disrespected Moses' Ethiopian wife. I confessed I was into Rastafari. King Selassie and Bob Marley, who repented on his deathbed, are both in heaven. They really want their children, especially Damien, and to repent and then lead his younger ones. Naz and Damien Marley. Yeah, I really loved that album. A lot of us did. That really woke a lot of people up. I've really got to go. I can't take any more. Pray for me, please, people.